back again, Old Trafford, this time for Manchester United, with a must-win game up next in the Premier League for Manchester United. Teams are dropping points left, right and centre in this league. We've seen Spurs drop points against Wolves. We've seen Chelsea drop points against Aston Villa at home. We've seen Liverpool drop points at home to West Brom. All these teams, Leicester City dropping points against Crystal Palace. We're seeing every Tom, Dick or Harry in that you would consider up the top dropping fucking points of late. And Manchester United themselves dropped points in the previous game against Leicester City. But that was a difficult game away from home at Leicester. I know they have lost a few games at home this season, but they are still a decent side. But Manchester United really need to capitalise on these teams' misfortunes and win this game in hand over some of their rivals and move up the table, because this does give Manchester United the opportunity to solidify their position in that top four, really cement our place in that top four for now anyway. I'm not too sure on the title charge for Manchester United, but just cementing our place in that Champions League spot for now is what Manchester United need to do. Get comfortably in and around that second position and to be the closest challengers to Liverpool. That is what I want to see, which is why this is a massive game for Manchester United. Now, we've been horseshit at home this season and the games are coming thick and fast. For Wolves, there is only around 24 hours or so for them to rest and recuperate for this game. Manchester United have had slightly longer. It's not really long enough, so we may see some changes from both sides. I would expect some changes from Manchester United, certainly in defence if there is some injuries. I would expect David Hayer to remain in goal, but it does look like Wan-Bissaka's back for this game, which could not come quick enough. The right back position is a problem for Manchester United, but we have seen Ethan Laird in first team training, which is good to see. Hopefully he can get back fully fit for the second half of the season, because we may well need Ethan Laird to fill in at right back at some point in the remainder of the season, because there's no way we can be playing Lindelof there. And if we've got a cup game against lesser opposition at some point in time, may need to give Wan-Bissaka the night off and Ethan Laird could maybe step in. Now, a few of the youngsters have been in the training these last couple of days, but that is normal at this time of the year because the under-23s and under-18s don't have any football at the moment, so you would expect that to be that they could step up and train with the first team, get used to training with the first team. It does happen a lot over the season, but doesn't always get noticed in the training, but we did see it today. Shola Shorter also there, Will Fish there as well, and Anthony Elanga also in the training with Pellistri as well, but he's often been in pre-season training as well. But it does give Manchester United an extra few options just in case we do get any injuries to any key players, and we do have to bolster our bench because we are allowed 9 substitutes on the bench. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be back at right back. It will be probably Bailey and Maguire as centre halves because I think Lindelof is injured, and then maybe even Telles at left back. Maybe Luke Shaw will get the night off in this one. Midfield, he may choose to switch it up a bit, bring Paul Pogba back here. Matic will probably play. Bruno Fernandes will not get rested, will he? He can't fucking afford to rest Bruno Fernandes. No chance with the goals and assist form he is in at this moment in time. Then forward players, Cavani in the middle. It's going to have to be Anthony Martial out on the left and Mason Greenwood out on the right if he goes for a front three anyway, because I think Marcus Rashford's struggling with injury at the moment and we don't fucking want to lose him either. Anthony Martial not great in the previous game against Leicester, but if he wants to give him the night off as well, then he'd have to probably play a front two of Greenwood and Cavani, I presume, but we will have to wait and see if they both get the night off. But I would give Rashford the night or some of the game off, and if needed bring him on in the second half if he's fit enough to, if he is fit anyway, bring him on if we do need him. But I wouldn't want to risk him. If Manchester United can get through this game and win the game without Rashford, it would be great, because we've got games coming up thick and fast. Again, another game, a difficult game after this against Aston Villa before we play Watford in the Cup, and then we're supposed to have Man City next week is sandwiched in between that FA Cup tie. There are so many games coming thick and fast, we can't afford to lose any of these players, so we may have to rotate a bit. Likes of Fred and McTominay I would expect may well get the night off in this game. will receive Donny van der Beek if he goes for a front two of Greenwood and Cavani, say, or Cavani and Martial. Then we could see Donny van der Beek in midfield alongside maybe Matic and maybe in Pogba. I don't know, but my gut feeling is that Pogba and Cavani will definitely be the two that come back into the fold anyway. But we will have to wait and see. So I think I'm expecting 4 or 5 changes. Wolves are still a decent outfit. They hung themselves in the game against Tottenham. Tottenham did score early, and I think that they grew into the game. In that game, I didn't watch the game. I think they grew into it and managed to steal a second half equaliser and managed to get the 1-1 draw. They are still quite low down the table, but a couple more wins and they could shoot up the table. I'm looking at how open this title is. So at this moment in time in the league, it's so open. They could shoot up into the top 6 with 2 or 3 wins and be well up there in the race for a European spot. So they're saying they're having a bad season could all change in a couple of weeks. I mean, look at Chelsea 3 or 4 weeks ago. They were top of the league for a bit, and now look where they are. I think if Arsenal win their game in hand over them, they're only 6 points behind Chelsea, which is fucking crazy. It really is, considering that Arsenal were seen as a relegation candidates a week or so ago, and Chelsea were seen as title contenders, and now they're going to be could be 6 points between them. Crazy how the league is so open this year. So when you've got a game in hand, you've got to fucking win your game in hand, and Manchester United have got to do that. So I think the Wolves may try and stay in the game. Obviously they've got some good players. One of their main men went off to Liverpool, and Jota in the summer, who scored a lot of goals for Liverpool. But they've got some other decent players in and around their team that can cause Manchester United a lot of problems. They're not scoring a shit amount of goals though, as Manchester United are. So Manchester United have got to go out there and outscore this opposition. If we could get a couple of goals in this game, I do believe Manchester United have got a great opportunity of winning this match. But we've got to try and keep it tight at the back in this one. Don't want to be letting goals in like we have done, stupid goals that we have done in recent games, Manchester United. But I'm going to go for Manchester United winning this game. I think we're going to just about get over the line in this one. I hope we are. Previous games against these, they have been tight affairs, been a lot of draws and tight 1 goals in it either way. So I wouldn't expect there to be a lot in this game. I'm going to go for Manchester United winning this game 2-1. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you think Manchester United are going to line up? Do you think we'll go with the 2-striker system, or do you think we'll go maybe for Cavani and maybe Martial and Greenwood out wide, or Rashford out wide? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you're watching this on Facebook, please do hit the share button, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.